You think you understand Earth from maps and dry geography books? Think again, because this world is hiding places so unbelievably beautiful that most people will never see them. There are landscapes that defy scientific explanations, standing like paradoxes against time and nature. These locations are the clearest proof of how little we actually understand our own planet. Don't look away. What you're about to see will completely change the way you see Earth. Iceland lies on the boundary between the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates, causing the land to move a few inches each year. This intense geological activity provides abundant natural geothermal energy, heating approximately 85% of homes directly from the Earth's interior. Much of the territory consists of open land, with volcanic rock and gravel, creating a landscape that is almost entirely treeless. The island nation offers unique natural experiences, ranging from actively erupting volcanoes to frigid glaciers, all within the same day. Furthermore, Iceland is renowned for rare light phenomena, including the midnight sun during summer and the vibrant northern lights in winter. Interestingly, Icelandic children are often put to sleep outdoors for naps, even when temperatures drop below 32 degrees Fahrenheit. The Norwegian fjords were sculpted by glacial processes beginning approximately 2.5 million years ago. Some of these fjords extend to depths greater than 4,200 feet, with the water reaching nearly 2,300 feet, surpassing the depth of certain oceanic areas. Consequently, large vessels often navigate close to their sheer cliff walls without touching the seabed. A phenomenon known as reverse flow also occurs here, where salt water meets fresh water from melting glaciers, creating a countercurrent along the bottom. This pristine ecosystem regularly hosts species such as whales, dolphins, and seals, and many fjords are only accessible by boat due to the absence of connecting roads. The majestic Caucasus Mountains feature snow-capped peaks reaching over 16,000 feet, a distinct landscape shaped by Georgia's position on an active tectonic belt. This diverse terrain and climate contribute to the Caucasus-Georgia region, supporting Europe's highest density of plant and animal biodiversity. Near the Caucasus, evidence reveals traces of ancient human presence dating back over 1.8 million years, marking it among the world's oldest known human settlements. Building on this long history, The people of Georgia developed wine production over 8,000 years ago, utilizing clay amphorae for fermentation and storage. Furthermore, Georgians maintain a distinct alphabet, one of only 14 independent writing systems existing globally. Brunan Valley is a deep and narrow glacial valley nestled within the Swiss Alps. It is a classic U-shaped valley formed by the retreat of glaciers about 15,000 years ago, to the extent that it is used as a geological model in geography textbooks. The vertical cliff walls along the valley soar up to 1,300 feet high, standing almost perpendicular, a rare phenomenon in inland valleys across Europe. The area boasts over 70 natural waterfalls cascading down the cliffs, with many dropping from heights exceeding 820 feet, creating misty water columns and echoes that resonate for miles. The valley was once used by the scientist Albert Einstein as an example in his lectures on gravitational fields, due to the free-falling water phenomenon closely resembling his theoretical model. Furthermore, Lauterbrunnen served as the inspiration for the scenery of Rivendell in the Lord of the Rings novel and film series. Another unique feature is that the valley is a temporary sound dead zone, where echoes from the cliffs can repeat continuously for 7 to 9 seconds, causing an auditory distortion when standing in the middle of the valley. Lake Skadar was once part of the ancient Adriatic Sea, later separating into a freshwater lake due to geological tectonic changes, and now stands as the largest freshwater lake on the Balkan Peninsula. Its surface area fluctuates significantly, ranging from approximately 143 square miles in the dry season to nearly 208 square miles during the rainy season, supporting a diverse ecosystem. The lake is home to over 280 bird species, including the large and rare Dalmatian pelican, which is strictly protected, alongside more than 40 freshwater fish species, some of which are found only in this lake. A unique natural phenomenon of the lake is the presence of natural floating islands, where large mats of vegetation drift across the water's surface like small landmasses. The area surrounding the lake also features numerous caves, cast limestone, and geological structures that formed millions of years ago. The Faroe Islands are an isolated volcanic archipelago in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, located about 419 miles west of Norway and 280 miles southeast of Iceland, forming an autonomous territory of the Kingdom of Denmark. The islands were formed from volcanic lava flows more than 50 million years ago, creating layers of stacked basalt rock like an open geological book. Uniquely, the total population of the archipelago is only about 53,000 people, but there are over 70,000 sheep, making the animal a cultural symbol. The climate here is extreme, with winds that can reach up to 80 miles per hour in winter, yet temperatures rarely drop below 23 degrees Fahrenheit. The Faroese language is one of the oldest surviving Nordic languages, tracing its roots back to Old Norse during the Viking Age. All connections between the islands rely on ferries or undersea tunnels, including one tunnel over 7 miles long that even features a traffic roundabout beneath the ocean. During June and July, the islands experience the white night phenomenon, where the sun only sets for a few hours and the sky remains light for nearly 24 hours. Hawaii is an entire archipelago formed entirely by underwater volcanic activity, completely unconnected to anything else on Earth. This unique geological formation makes it the only location in the United States with highly active volcanoes. Thanks to a combination of high mountain peaks and its oceanic location, Hawaii is the sole place in the US where one can experience both falling snow and sun-drenched beaches on the same day. The archipelago's strategic geographical position in the Pacific Ocean also makes it one of the first places in the world to greet the daily sunrise. Alongside English, the native Hawaiian language is recognized as one of the state's 2 official languages. The Dalmatian coast derives its name from the ancient Illyrian tribe known as Delmati, who inhabited this region thousands of years ago. Its seawater ranks among Europe's cleanest and bluest, offering clear visibility to the bottom, in many areas reaching depths of 33 to 49 feet. Featuring over 1,000 islands and rocky islets, the Dalmatian Sea is recognized as one of the most insular regions globally. The characteristic terrain features rugged mountains directly abutting the sea, facilitating morning mountain climbs and afternoon swims without extensive travel. Limestone cave systems and secluded coves further provide numerous attractive vistas, appealing to both photographers and those seeking privacy. The famous Dalmatian dog breed also originated in Dalmatia, where this particular canine was once highly prevalent. Henningsvær is a small fishing village located in the Lofoten archipelago of Norway, covering an area of only about 0.11 square miles and having a population of around 507 people as of 2023. The village is hundreds of years old, settled since the 18th century, and was once the largest dried cod processing center in Europe during the 19th and early 20th centuries. Geologically, the bedrock of Henningsvær dates back more than 2.9 billion years, making it some of the oldest rock in Europe. The most unique feature here is the world-famous soccer field, located on a small isolated island, completely surrounded by the ocean and cliffs, with no stands or cover. The environment here is extremely harsh. The weather can change extremely quickly, cycling through rain, sun, strong winds, and snow, all within just 1 hour. Furthermore, for most of the year, the sea around the village experiences strong winds of force 6 to 8, with only about 20 to 30 days annually where the sea is completely calm, providing rare conditions for kayaking. The Australian coastline stretches over 36,000 miles when including its islands, ranking as the world's 6th longest shoreline. This nation boasts over 10,000 beaches, exceeding any other country globally in sheer number. Should one visit a different beach daily, it would take nearly 30 years to explore this extensive coast entirely. Cold currents from the Antarctic and warm waters from tropical regions converge around the coast, fostering a rare and exceptional marine biodiversity. Furthermore, some coastal areas have remained untouched by human presence for decades, a result of rugged terrain and harsh weather conditions. Remarkably, certain Australian coastal waters glow at night due to the biological phenomenon of marine bacteria creating a natural spectacle resembling a sea of stars. Yangshuo features a distinctive karst landscape where limestone mountains formed over millions of years through natural weathering and erosion. These limestone ranges exhibit irregular heights, varying from tens to hundreds of feet, creating an asymmetrical and spectacular scenic composition. This inherent grandeur was recognized as a site of magnificent scenery as early as the 8th century during the Tang dynasty, highlighting its long historical appreciation. The beauty of Yangshuo was also featured on the reverse side of China's 20 yuan banknote, affirming its cultural and symbolic significance. Moreover, NASA utilized Yangshuo's unique limestone geology as a reference model for extraterrestrial planetary terrain, underscoring the region's geological distinctiveness. Réunion Island formed entirely from volcanic activity. Hence, its terrain consists predominantly of rugged and steep mountains. The island maintains intense volcanic activity, with Piton de la Fournaise ranking as one of the world's most frequent and active volcanoes. This deeply dissected terrain, combined with a humid tropical climate, has fostered a rich and distinctive ecosystem featuring numerous endemic plant and animal species due to the island's geographical isolation. Réunion once held a world record for the most rainfall in a 24-hour period, when over 6 feet of rain descended upon a single spot during a storm. Consequently, Réunion's landscape is a unique combination of continuous volcanic activity, complex terrain, and a humid tropical climate, all shaping a diverse and characteristic habitat. Alaska features a vast landscape, home to Denali, North America's highest peak, reaching an elevation of over 20,000 feet. The state also contains more than 100,000 massive glaciers, which cover approximately 5% of its total area, forming extensive icy regions. Beyond these frozen expanses, Alaska possesses over 3 million natural lakes, spread across its diverse terrain, contributing to its rich ecosystems. In the state's night sky, the aurora borealis appears approximately 250 nights each year, delivering spectacular light displays. Particularly in northern Alaska during the summer, the sun may not set for several days, sometimes even extending to weeks, creating continuous and unique periods of daylight. These distinctive natural conditions support all three major North American bear species: the black, brown, and polar bear, all living and thriving within Alaska. North Vietnam is the only region featuring clearly multi-layered terrain, encompassing plains, midlands, plateaus, and high mountains, a characteristic strongly influenced by karst formations, which created steep limestone ranges and deep valleys. The region's climate also features 4 distinct seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter, a characteristic rarely found in other parts of Vietnam. Notably, the winters here are often very cold, with snow occasionally appearing on mountain peaks, a phenomenon uncommon in the rest of the country. Mountains in North Vietnam are frequently enveloped by fog and clouds, forming a landscape resembling traditional ink wash paintings. This diversity in topography and climate also nurtures a variety of unique ecosystems, including humid tropical forests, wetlands, and large natural lakes. The Ecuador Amazon rainforest, though only 2% of the Amazon basin's area, contains over 10% of the vast forest's known species. In an area the size of a city park, scientists have recorded over 600 different bird species. Tall trees in the forest can reach heights of up to 200 feet, blocking the sun's rays and providing continuous shade for the ecosystem below. This region is also home to numerous species that use venom or poison for defense or hunting, including bullet ants, poison dart frogs, and venomous snakes. Over 30% of natural global medicines are discovered from Amazonian plant species, with many samples originating from the Ecuador region. To this day, many plant and animal species here remain undiscovered or unnamed, as surveys continuously record new genera and species. The Tara River flows through the mountains of Montenegro and continues into Bosnia and Herzegovina. A highlight is the Tara Canyon, a deep river gorge carved through the rock by the Tara current itself. This canyon reaches a maximum depth of about 4,373 feet from the river level, making it the deepest river gorge in Europe. The water of the Tara River is incredibly clear, with a distinct emerald blue color, earning it the nickname the Tear of Europe. The Tara River water is among the cleanest in Europe, Thanks to the natural filtration system through the limestone rock, you can drink the water directly in many sections. The cliffs along the river are mainly composed of ancient limestone that formed over 100 million years ago, giving rise to the unique deep gorges and underground caves. The Tara Canyon was once proposed by a Balkan Ecological Association as one of the 8 unrecognized natural wonders of Europe. Mount Yoshino has cultivated cherry trees for over 1,300 years, with approximately 30,000 trees blooming simultaneously each spring. Beyond its natural beauty, Mount Yoshino was historically a central site for Shugendo, a faith-blending Buddhist, Shinto, and folk beliefs. It also served as a refuge for Emperor Go-Daigo during his 14th century conflict with the Kamakura shogunate. Recognizing its profound cultural and spiritual value, UNESCO designated Mount Yoshino a World Heritage Site in 2004 as part of the Sacred Sites and Pilgrimage Routes in the Key Mountain Range. The mountain's iconic landscape has also been immortalized in classical Japanese literature, appearing in The Tale of Genji and the poetry of esteemed poets Saigyo and Basho. Raja Ampat is an isolated archipelago located in western Papua, Indonesia, situated at the junction of the Pacific and Indian Oceans. The sea here is nicknamed the Amazon of the ocean because it holds the world's most diverse coral reef ecosystem. Raja Ampat boasts the richest coral reef ecosystem globally, with over 600 species of hard coral, accounting for about 75% of the world's total coral. The unique aspect lies in the intersection of limestone mountainous terrain, ancient coral reef systems, and strong ocean currents, creating a sea area with the highest biological productivity on the planet. Raja Ampat has no paved roads or modern infrastructure. There is only pristine ocean, primary rainforest, and an ecosystem that remains virtually unexplored by humans. The archipelago lacks a national power grid, with many areas relying on solar power or generators, keeping the environment almost entirely free of urbanization. Due to the Indonesian government's strict conservation policies, only a limited number of tourists are permitted to stay each year to protect this fragile ecosystem. Berchtesgaden National Park is located in southern Germany, in Bavaria, right on the border with Austria. It is the only national park in the German Alps region, established in 1978 to protect a purely natural mountain and rock ecosystem. Because it is entirely within the limestone region of the Alps, the terrain here is extremely sharp, with vertical cliffs hundreds of feet high and no natural guardrails. Due to the "let nature be nature" policy, fallen trees and dead animals are left untouched, creating a wild environment that carries inherent risks. The environment here is extremely harsh. Snow persists for 7 to 8 months each year, at elevations above 6,500 feet, and nighttime temperatures can drop below 32 degrees Fahrenheit, even during summer. Moreover, due to the deep and steep terrain, light can transition from bright to dark in just minutes, which can easily cause disorientation if visitors do not carry proper lighting. Xinjiang stands as China's largest region, encompassing nearly 1/6 of the nation's total land area. This vast territory borders 8 countries: Russia, Mongolia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and India. Xinjiang's topography is highly diverse, featuring the Taklamakan Desert, which ranks among the largest and driest deserts globally. Furthermore, Xinjiang showcases unique natural phenomena such as its distinctive flint beaches and deserts rippled like the moon's surface. This distinctiveness is further accentuated by the region's own unofficial time zone, running approximately 2 hours behind Beijing time. Altinbeşik Cave is located in the İbrada district of Antalya province, Turkey. What's unique is that the cave is not an isolated chamber, but is part of a giant underground karst system, connecting numerous streams and crevices which may extend for over 60 miles of subterranean passages. Specifically, the water inside the cave is mildly alkaline and the light is dim, which is thought to be beneficial for the respiratory system or skin, although this has not been strongly validated by scientific research. Currently, the exploration and length measurement of the cave are still ongoing efforts, indicating that not the entire system has been fully discovered. Even the journey to access the cave is considered part of the adventure, as the route is not easy, involving mountainous, steep, and rocky sections prone to landslides. Paraty, once Brazil's main gold transit point during the 17th and 18th centuries, grew into a prosperous colonial port. Today, the town rests between the Serra da Bocaina mountain range and the Atlantic Ocean, enveloped by pristine rainforest, boasting a diverse ecosystem. Its streets are uniquely paved with cobblestones, a design that allows seawater to flush out trash instead of relying on an underground sewage system. Furthermore, houses in Paraty feature high doorways and foundations raised above street level, effectively protecting against high tide flooding. A few times each month, rising tides submerge the old town, transforming its streets into sparkling channels rarely observed in ancient urban centers. This long historical isolation has also caused Paraty's Portuguese dialect to retain many archaic words and traditional accents. The Ilulissat Icefjord, also known as Ilulissat Kangerlua, is located on the west coast of Greenland, about 155 miles north of the Arctic Circle. This site was designated a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 2004 for its outstanding natural beauty and for its highly active glacier, which plays a crucial role in modern climate change science. What's astonishing is that the glacier here moves extremely fast, at about 130 feet per day, making it one of the fastest glaciers in the world. When massive icebergs are carved, some can tower nearly 3,300 feet high, taller than many skyscrapers. Many large icebergs drifting from here can persist for a very long time before melting, sometimes drifting all the way to temperate latitudes. Ilulissat Icefjord is one of the few places on Earth where the carving event, or ice breaking off, can be observed very closely with the naked eye or from small boats, attracting many tourists who sail through the ice maze to witness the break and hear the sound. Scientists also continuously monitor this area using satellite imagery to study the glacier's retreat and new fractures, helping to assess the changes between years. Spiti Valley lies between the towering Himalayas and the Zanskar Range, its name aptly translating to the land in the middle. This remote region stands as one of India's highest continuously inhabited places, often surpassing 12,500 feet above sea level. It experiences a unique cold desert climate, receiving rare rainfall and primarily accumulating snow during winter months. The rugged landscape features eroded mountains that resemble a Martian surface, with their colors shifting dramatically under the changing sunlight. This harsh environment also supports the elusive snow leopard, an exceptionally rare creature to encounter. At night, the valley's exceptionally clear skies provide pristine conditions for stargazing, free from any light pollution. Located within the Karakoram mountain range, the Passu Cones formed primarily from ancient sandstone and granite. The range displays characteristic serrated peaks, resembling giant stone spikes, a result of millions of years of erosion and weathering. Its towering vertical structures allow the Passu Cones to be seen from dozens of miles away. During sunset or sunrise, the changing light transforms the rock faces, shifting their colors from gray to vibrant yellow, then burning orange, and finally charcoal purple. Though appearing close and readily accessible, many of these formidable peaks remain unconquered by climbers. The Himalayan range covers approximately 75% of Nepal's land area, making the country home to most of the world's highest mountain peaks. Many of these Nepalese Himalayan summits rise above 26,200 feet above sea level, causing the air to become thin and oxygen extremely scarce. This range represents one of the fastest rates of geological uplift globally, resulting from the collision between the Indian and Eurasian tectonic plates. This ongoing youthful geological uplift continues to increase the Himalayas' height by several millimeters each year. The Himalayas also serve as a crucial water source for hundreds of millions of people, with numerous major rivers originating within its vast expanse. Many rare animal species, including the snow leopard, Himalayan bear, and mountain goat, inhabit this challenging high-altitude terrain. Kamchatka is renowned for having the world's highest density of volcanoes, hosting over 160 volcanoes, with more than 1/5 of them still active. The highest volcano here rises to nearly 15,750 feet, surpassing even Mount Fansipan. Uniquely, it is one of the few places globally where active volcanoes and ice and snow coexist, creating a distinctive landscape. Due to its majestic volcanic scenery and an ecosystem largely untouched by human activity, Kamchatka has been recognized by UNESCO as a Natural World Heritage Site. This pristine ecosystem also supports one of the world's largest groups of brown bears, both in size and population. The Azores are an archipelago of 9 volcanic islands located in the Atlantic Ocean, situated about 870 miles west of Lisbon, and forming an autonomous region of Portugal. The islands are actually the summits of submerged volcanoes, meaning the vast majority of their structure lies beneath the ocean's surface. Because of their remote location, the westernmost islands of the Azores, like Flores and Corvo, represent the westernmost points of Europe in terms of oceanic geography. In 20th century aviation history, the Azores served as a mid-Atlantic highway, acting as a crucial refueling and stopover point for aircraft flying between Europe and the Americas. Another unique fact is that the Azores contain 2 tea plantations that still produce commercial tea, making them one of the few tea-growing regions in Europe. Antarctica is the continent located at the south pole of the Earth, lying almost entirely south of the Antarctic Circle. It is the 5th largest continent on Earth, with an area of about 5.5 million square miles. Antarctica stands out because of its extreme characteristics. It is the world's highest, driest, windiest, and coldest continent. Although covered in ice, Antarctica is actually an arid continent and can be considered an ice desert because the amount of new rainfall or snowfall is very low. Approximately 98% of Antarctica's land surface is covered by a massive ice sheet that is kilometers thick. Antarctica has no permanent indigenous inhabitants. People primarily go there for research or exploration. Notably, due to the cold, dry, and stable air in many high areas, Antarctica is an ideal location for certain specialized astronomical research. Machu Picchu is one of the great masterpieces of the Inca Empire, located in southern Peru in the Cusco region. The complex was constructed around the 15th century, specifically about the year 1450. Machu Picchu is often referred to as the lost city of the Incas because it was abandoned and only became known to the modern world in the early 20th century. The site showcases an extremely high level of construction technique. The Inca cut the stone blocks with remarkable precision and fitted them together without using mortar. This dry stone masonry technique not only ensures the structure's durability to this day, but also gives it a high degree of earthquake resistance. The Inca chose a very smart location, situated on geological fault lines, which allowed them easy access to building materials and ensured excellent natural drainage. Many structures here are aligned with the sun or the sacred mountains, indicating a strong link between the architecture and astronomy or belief. Notably, Machu Picchu was abandoned after less than 100 years of use following the fall of the Inca Empire, yet it seems to have been hidden from the Spanish invasion and thus remains largely intact. Bali stands out as the only island in Indonesia with a Hindu-majority population, distinguishing it from the nation's predominantly Muslim populace. This unique cultural diversity manifests in hundreds of festivals and ceremonies held annually, occurring so frequently that almost every day on Bali can be a celebratory occasion. One distinctive ritual is Nyepi, or the Day of Silence, when the entire island observes a complete shutdown. No one goes outside, no electricity is used, no noise is made, and even the international airport ceases operations. The barong dance art form is also a characteristic storytelling performance, frequently symbolizing the eternal struggle between good and evil. British Columbia, often abbreviated as BC, is a large province on the western coast of Canada, famous for its wild nature. Over 75% of the province's area is mountains, glaciers, lakes, and forests, making it one of the last places to preserve ancient temperate rainforests. BC contains over 20,000 rivers and streams. The water in many of these rivers is clean enough to drink directly, but heavy rain can also turn them into torrents capable of sweeping away cars. This is also the only place in the world where the white Kermode bear still exists, a rare genetic mutation, not a polar bear. Historically, in the late 19th century, British Columbia was the true Wild West of Canada, where wagon trains, miners, and indigenous people fought for gold, water, and survival. Uniquely, BC is the only place in Canada that has officially threatened to separate and form its own nation during some nationalist movements in the late 20th century, due to its distinct local identity and economy. Chiapas's tropical forests form part of North America's most biodiverse ecosystems, providing habitat for rare species like howler monkeys, jaguars, and numerous threatened bird species. The state also features over 120 major and minor river and stream systems, making its terrain exceptionally fertile and highly suitable for local agriculture. This region is also considered one of chocolate's earliest birthplaces, as cacao has been harvested and consumed here since ancient times. Chiapas holds Mexico's highest density of indigenous people, with over 25% of its population speaking one of the native languages. Its complex geological structure features numerous caves, deep chasms, and underground systems, which facilitates the robust development of adventure tourism. The Canary Islands emerged millions of years ago from significant volcanic activity, and several active volcanoes continue to shape the archipelago's diverse topography. This ongoing geological process has sculpted unique landscapes, with regions so similar to the surfaces of the Moon or Mars that NASA and other international space agencies routinely select them for testing planetary exploration equipment. The islands are also notable for being the sole location within Europe that possesses a subtropical climate, specifically categorized under the Köppen climate classification system. This distinct climate and geographical isolation have fostered a rich biodiversity, resulting in numerous endemic plant and animal species that exist exclusively within this island group. Additionally, the Canary Islands feature some of the clearest and most stable skies globally, leading to the establishment of several prominent international astronomical observatories across their peaks. The Galápagos Islands are a famous archipelago located in the Pacific Ocean, situated approximately 600 to 1,000 kilometers west of the coast of Ecuador in South America. The archipelago consists of 13 main islands and many smaller ones, and it is under the administrative control of Ecuador. Galápagos is globally renowned for its extremely unique biodiversity and was a major source of inspiration for Charles Darwin's theory of evolution. The islands are geologically quite young, formed as the tectonic plate moved over a volcanic hotspot beneath the seabed. Although located near the equator, many parts of Galápagos are cooler, and the seawater is colder due to a passing cold ocean current, which creates a climate not entirely like the usual tropical type. The great isolation from the mainland has caused many species here to evolve independently and become distinct, with some existing nowhere else in the world. Currently, nearly 97% of the archipelago's land area is strictly protected as a national park or reserve. As a result, travel and tourism here are very tightly controlled to minimize any impact on the natural environment. Zermatt is one of the very few places in the world that completely bans gasoline and diesel vehicles. All vehicles in the town are electric or horse-drawn carriages, resulting in some of the purest air in Europe, with no smog and no engine noise, only the sound of bells and falling snow. This town sits at an elevation of over 5,200 feet and is uniquely nestled among 38 mountain peaks towering over 13,000 feet. Nowhere else in Europe has such a dense concentration of sky-touching peaks within a radius of just a few tens of miles. Zermatt is one of the rare locations where you can ski even in August, as the snow never melts due to the presence of permanent glaciers in the area. The town maintains its classic look because the entire system of electrical wires, fiber optic cables, and plumbing runs underground, so there are no messy wires or glaring billboards. Finally, because of the long winters and heavy snowfall, many households in Zermatt even own personal hot steam guns to clear the snow from their roofs and front doors every morning. Banff National Park is Canada's oldest national park, nestled deep within the Rocky Mountains in the province of Alberta. The park was established in 1885 after a group of railway workers accidentally discovered a natural hot spring. The name Banff was adopted from a town in Scotland, the birthplace of two of the first directors of the Canada Pacific Railway Company. Since the early 20th century, Banff has become a leading center for ecological research, attracting hundreds of scientists annually to study the high-altitude flora and fauna. Notably, the rivers in the park have a distinct turquoise color. This hue is caused by fine rock flour from the glaciers dissolving in the water, which scatters the sunlight. The landscape at Banff has been chosen as the backdrop for blockbuster films like The Revenant in 2015, thanks to its rugged, unstaged appearance. Visitors can experience trails that traverse 3 different biological zones, ranging from coniferous forests to rocky meadows and glaciers, all within just a few hours of hiking. The Amalfi Coast is a famous stretch of coastline located in southern Italy, within the Campania region, bordering the Tyrrhenian Sea. This area was recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site in 1997 for the value of its natural landscape combined with its cultural heritage. Amalfi is a paradise of colors with a distinctive and striking blend of turquoise seawater, lush greenery, gray rock faces, and yellow or orange rooftops. The main coastal road that runs along the shore, such as the State Highway SS-163, is extremely beautiful but also treacherous, hugging the cliffs and winding sharply, which provides stunning views for travelers. The region is famous for its lemon groves and terraced gardens built on steep rocky slopes, demonstrating humanity's clever adaptation to the difficult terrain. Since access by rail is difficult, most travel must be done by road or sea. Thanks to its beauty and the atmosphere of La Dolce Vita, or the sweet life along the sea, the area attracts all classes of tourists, even though costs here are generally higher than in many other parts of Italy. Yosemite National Park is a vast area spanning about 1,200 square miles, located in the Sierra Nevada mountains of the United States. The park is world-renowned for its diverse and spectacular natural scenery, from huge granite cliffs and high waterfalls to giant groves of trees, deep valleys, and open meadows. Nearly 95% of the park's area is classified as wilderness, meaning it is largely undeveloped. The granite rock surface here was primarily formed through tectonic processes and subsequently heavily eroded by glaciers, which created the distinctive cliffs and valleys. During the ice ages, the valley system here was covered by thousands of feet, or over 1,000 meters, of glacial ice. Yosemite was one of the very first areas to be protected for public benefit. The Initial Preservation Act was signed in 1864, and it was later established as a national park in 1890. The park is recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site for its exceptional natural value, including its diverse granite topography and rich ecosystem. Mauritius formed from volcanic activity millions of years ago, leaving distinct geological traces across the island. The nation's terrain features unique basalt mountain ranges, their distinct shapes reflecting the island's eruptive origins. A peculiar geological phenomenon is the seven-colored earth, where natural sand layers display multiple distinct hues. Off its coast, Mauritius is renowned for its underwater waterfall, an optical illusion creating the sensation of water flowing into the deep ocean. Historically, this island was also the sole habitat for the dodo, a flightless bird that became extinct by the late 17th century. The gardens and aqueducts of the Netherlands play a vital role in flood control, especially as approximately 26% of the nation's land lies below sea level. Some structures within this system have operated continuously for over 400 years and remain effective today. The Dutch aqueduct system can lift roads or vessels over other canals, functioning as bridges where water flows above. This system also previously served national defense, capable of flooding land to create water barriers. The area is planned with erosion-resistant plants that filter rainwater, demonstrating the integration of engineering and sustainable ecology. Meteora is located in the Thessaly region of northern Greece. The name Meteora means suspended in the air or hanging, implying the towering rocks seem to float in the sky. This place is most famous for the impressive combination of nature and the religious monasteries built atop the precarious, high rock pillars. Some of the rock columns at Meteora are up to 1,300 feet high, which is like an 80 to 90-story skyscraper, but they were formed entirely naturally over millions of years. Unlike volcanic mountains, these rock pillars were formed from sandstone and ancient river sediments, gradually eroded by wind and water over 60 million years. Meteora has been recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site since 1988. What's astonishing is that in the past, the only dangerous way to reach the monasteries was to sit in a net and be hoisted up by a pulley and rope. For many centuries, sometimes only a few monks or local residents knew how to access this area, creating near absolute isolation from the outside world. Hokkaido is the largest island in northern Japan, famous for its volcanic terrain, snowy forests, and almost pristine ecosystem. It is the coldest place in Japan, regularly recording the nation's lowest temperatures, which can drop to negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit in winter. The snowfall here is among the highest in the world, with many areas accumulating up to 40 feet of snow each season. Despite the severe weather, this creates ideal conditions for winter sports like skiing and snowboarding, attracting millions of international tourists annually. The entire island of Hokkaido is a young volcanic region, with many areas still having sulfur gas and hot springs erupting regularly. However, because it lies near the junction of several tectonic plates, this region also experiences many major earthquakes, some exceeding 7 on the Richter scale. Although it accounts for about 22% of the mainland area, Hokkaido only holds about 5% of Japan's population, creating a unique feeling of a vast and sparsely populated land. Plitvice Lakes National Park is the oldest national park in Croatia, designated a UNESCO World Natural Heritage Site in 1979. What makes it globally famous is its extremely rare system of natural terraced lakes. The park features a total of 16 main lakes, connected by over 90 layers of waterfalls, flowing across ancient limestone and travertine. These lakes and waterfalls were formed entirely naturally by the accumulation of calcium carbonate sediments over thousands of years. Plitvice was protected early in the Balkan region, with strict conservation status dating back to 1949. Surprisingly, the park was the site of the event that ignited the Croatian War of Independence when the first armed clash between Croatian and Serbian forces took place right here in 1991. A wooden walkway system stretching more than 11 miles across the lake surfaces allows visitors to walk directly above the water via winding floating paths. However, to protect the fragile ecosystem, swimming or bathing in the lakes is absolutely forbidden. Even though the water is so clear, you can often see the bottom up to a depth of 26 feet. Possibly founded by the Greeks in the 6th century BCE, Béziers stands as one of France's oldest cities, still retaining ancient Roman city walls that reflect its strategic position. Its history includes the Albigensian Crusade in 1209, an event that devastated the city during the campaign against the Cathar sect. By the 17th century, the city became part of the hydraulic masterpiece known as the Canal du Midi, a structure over 150 miles long, connecting the Mediterranean Sea to the Atlantic Ocean. Within the Canal du Midi network, the Écluse de Fontaine system of 9 unique lock chambers located north of Béziers stands as a prominent engineering highlight. Perched atop a high hill, the Saint-Nazaire Cathedral from the 13th to 14th centuries rises with characteristic Gothic architecture, offering panoramic views of the Orbe River below. Bonifacio is the southernmost town on the island of Corsica, located only about 7.5 miles across a narrow strait from the island of Sardinia, Italy. This town perches precariously atop white limestone cliffs, which rise up to 230 feet high, forming a natural fortress overlooking the Mediterranean Sea. Established in the 9th century, Bonifacio boasts a rich history spanning over 1,200 years. Its ancient houses are built right at the cliff's edge, appearing from a distance as if they might fall into the sea. Residents of Bonifacio also speak Corsican, a distinct language originating from Old Italian. Mauritius formed from volcanic activity millions of years ago, leaving distinct geological traces across the island. The nation's terrain features unique basalt mountain ranges, their distinct shapes reflecting the island's eruptive origins. A peculiar geological phenomenon is the seven-colored earth, where natural sand layers display multiple distinct hues. Off its coast, Mauritius is renowned for its underwater waterfall, an optical illusion creating the sensation of water flowing into the deep ocean. Historically, this island was also the sole habitat for the dodo, a flightless bird that became extinct by the late 17th century. Milford Sound is a fjord located in the southwestern region of New Zealand's South Island within Fiordland National Park, one of the most untouched wilderness areas in the country. It is a fjord formed by the retreat of glaciers, leaving behind a valley that was subsequently flooded by the sea, which is fundamentally different from a regular bay formed by water erosion. Receiving over 267 inches of rain annually, Milford Sound is one of the wettest places in the world, creating hundreds of temporary waterfalls that last only for a few hours. Some of the sheer cliffs surrounding Milford Sound Tower, up to 3,937 feet high, nearly double the height of the Empire State Building in New York. This is a rare place where temperate rainforests cling to the vertical granite cliffs, thanks to the extremely humid environment and nutrient-rich air. Furthermore, on days with strong gusts of wind, some waterfalls are blown upward back into the sky, creating a magical scene reminiscent of a science fiction movie. Lake Garda is the largest freshwater lake in Italy, with its water surface extending approximately 143 square miles. It was formed by glacial activity approximately 10,000 years ago after the last ice age, and also reaches a maximum depth of up to 1,135 feet. With a unique shape resembling a giant axe, the lake stretches from the foot of the Alps down into central Italy, creating a vast flooded valley. The rich ecosystem around Lake Garda supports hundreds of species of birds and fish, demonstrating significant biodiversity. Notably, thriving olive, orange, and lemon trees grow along its shores, creating a landscape resembling a Mediterranean oasis amidst the Italian mountains. Jiuzhaigou is a famous nature reserve in Sichuan, China, whose name means the Valley of Nine Villages, because 9 Tibetan villages were once scattered throughout the area. The site is internationally renowned for its lake system, featuring extraordinarily vibrant colors, from azure blue and emerald green to golden yellow, thanks in part to the accumulation of minerals and limestone sediments. The lakes are remarkably clear due to the special mineral content, specifically calcium carbonate, which allows for a clear view of the bottom and submerged trees. The watercolor constantly changes depending on the light, viewing angle, and depth. The forests in Jiuzhaigou are highly diverse and relatively pristine, considered one of the important high mountain forest reserves in China. Prominent in the Jiuzhaigou area is the Nuorilang waterfall, situated at an elevation of approximately 2,365 meters, or about 7,760 feet above sea level. The waterfall system here formed within the unique geological environment of the fault-ridden mountains, featuring limestone and calcium carbonate deposits, which give the water a clear turquoise color and create unique travertine terraces. The cliffs of Moher, formed over 300 million years ago during the Carboniferous period, primarily from compressed seabed mud. They extend approximately 8.7 miles along the Atlantic Ocean, with the highest point reaching 702 feet above sea level. Portions of the cliffs drop almost vertically, creating the sensation of gazing into a bottomless chasm when standing at the edge. Winds at the cliffs of Moher are very strong, to the extent that they can push pedestrians off course. More than 30,000 seabirds from over 20 different species inhabit the area, making it one of Ireland's most biodiverse regions. Its wild and mystical beauty has also made the cliffs a backdrop for films such as Harry Potter and The Princess Bride. Lake Bled is located in northwest Slovenia, nestled within the Julian Alps range. The history of Bled Castle, which overlooks the lake, dates back to 1011 after Christ, when it was first mentioned in a document. On the island in the center of the lake stands a church, which is believed to have previously been a temple dedicated to Shiva, the Slavic goddess of love and fertility. The trade of rowing the Pletna boats to the island is a traditional profession that has held exclusive rights granted to certain families since the 18th century. To reach the church, there are 99 stone steps leading up from the boat dock. According to local tradition, if a couple wants to marry there, the groom must carry his bride up all 99 steps before entering the church to ring the wishing bell. It is believed that if you ring the bell with a sincere wish, your desire will come true. Furthermore, Bronze Age artifacts, dating back to the 13th and 12th centuries BC, were found near the lake, indicating the area has been considered important for a very long time. The Chamonix Valley is home to Mont Blanc, the highest peak in France, presenting a magnificent geographical landscape. This region is one of the rare areas in Europe where glaciers are clearly visible to the naked eye without extensive travel or high-altitude climbing. Chamonix was also among the first places globally to develop skiing as a recreational and tourist activity from the late 19th century. Marking a historic milestone in international sports, it hosted the first Winter Olympics in 1924. To serve visitors, world-renowned mountain railways and cable cars facilitate easy panoramic views of the Alps from thousands of feet high. Furthermore, Chamonix serves as a pivotal starting point for the Tour du Mont Blanc, recognized as one of Europe's most famous and beloved long-distance hiking routes. The Verdon Gorge is a prominent river canyon located in the Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur region in southeastern France. The gorge is considered one of the deepest canyons in Europe, reaching depths of nearly 2,300 feet in some places. The geological origin of Verdon is limestone, formed from the ancient seabed, where layers of shells, coral, and marine life accumulated. When tectonic activity uplifted the land, the Verdon River slowly cut through this rock layer to form the deep gorge seen today. A small branch within the system is called the Styx, named after the river in Greek mythology, which has a secretive and narrow appearance. Verdon is an adventure sports mecca. The site has over 1,500 rock climbing routes that have been established with varying degrees of difficulty. Notably, the gorge is also home to rare endemic plant species like the Doradille du Verdon, a type of fern, and Réponse de Villars, a rare flower that grow on the cliff walls. Maldives is the world's lowest nation, with an average elevation of merely 5 feet above sea level. This island nation comprises approximately 1,200 islands, yet only about 200 of these are inhabited. The surrounding ocean water exhibits exceptional clarity, offering underwater visibility that can reach up to 130 feet on ideal days. At night, several areas of the Maldivian Sea exhibit bioluminescence caused by plankton, presenting a rare and captivating natural event. Some resorts even feature underwater villas, allowing guests to sleep with a 360-degree view of the ocean floor. Cathedral Beach is renowned for its natural rock arches and giant pillars, which evoke the Gothic architecture of European cathedrals. These structures are formed from slate and sandstone, dating back millions of years, shaped by the prolonged erosion of wind and sea waves. As the tide recedes, arches towering over 100 feet become visible, along with rock corridors, sea caves, and small saltwater pools. The entire spectacular rock landscape is fully revealed only when the tide is completely out. Ocean waves reverberating among the massive pillars create a distinct acoustic effect, remarkably similar to being inside a grand cathedral. Loen Lake, approximately 7 miles long, was formed by glaciers thousands of years ago during the last ice age, giving it a distinctive glacial shape. Its waters remain calm for most of the year, but the color changes seasonally with meltwater, becoming an opaque, milky blue when more ice melts. The lake is situated immediately beside steep cliffs, so light constantly shifts throughout the day, creating captivating light and shadow effects. Despite its proximity to the coast, the surrounding mountainous terrain keeps temperatures around Loen Lake consistently mild, creating a unique and pleasant microclimate. However, the lake also has a past of severe events, having experienced 2 major rock slides in 1905 and 1936, each causing dozens of fatalities due to the large waves generated by falling rocks. Torres del Paine National Park forms from ancient volcanic activity and glacial erosion over millions of years. The park's granite mountains are sculpted by glaciers, creating unique, rugged, and vertical shapes. Its name, Paine, translates to blue in the native Tehuelche language, reflecting the characteristic color of the landscape. Spanning an area of over 927 square miles, the park's size is comparable to that of a large city. Diverse animal ecosystems thrive here, including species such as guanaco, the Patagonia fox, and the puma. The weather in Torres del Paine often cycles through all 4 seasons in a single day, with sun, rain, snow, and strong winds occurring successively. Isle of Skye stands as the largest island within the Inner Hebrides archipelago, spanning over 600 square miles, yet maintaining a very low population density. The name Skye itself may originate from Old Norse, meaning winged cloud, which reflects the island's characteristic misty landscape. From the 8th to the 13th century, Isle of Skye once served as the center of the Viking kingdom. Its terrain features distinctive jagged mountain ranges, towering vertical cliffs, and numerous waterfalls that plunge directly into the sea. This natural environment serves as a habitat for many rare bird species and seals, sustaining a relatively pristine ecosystem. The climate on Skye changes abruptly and rapidly, with sun, rain, wind, and even rainbows all capable of appearing within the same hour. Bora Bora is an extinct volcanic island located in the Society Islands archipelago of French Polynesia in the South Pacific. The island is globally famous as a tourist paradise and is often called the Jewel of the South Seas. Its name was once pronounced Porapora by the Tahitians, meaning firstborn. In shape, the island is a high volcanic island surrounded by a lagoon and a coral reef, which creates exceptionally clear water and a stunning turquoise color. Today, people visit Bora Bora to enjoy the perfect combination of tropical mountains, crystal clear water, and luxury resorts like overwater bungalows. Tonga is a kingdom with successive monarchical dynasties spanning centuries, uniquely standing as the only nation in the Pacific that has never been fully colonized by any foreign power. Comprising over 170 islands, with only about 36 of them inhabited, Tonga presents a diverse terrain. Its unique geology forms coastal caves, dramatic cliffs, and basaltic rock masses rising from the ocean floor. However, its geographical location on the Pacific Ring of Fire means the nation is regularly affected by earthquakes and tsunamis. Tonga is also one of the few places where humpback whales migrate annually from Antarctica to breed, offering a unique opportunity to swim near them in their wild habitat. Iguazu Falls is one of the largest and most majestic waterfall systems on the planet, situated right on the border between Argentina and Brazil, in the tropical rainforest region of South America. The system comprises over 270 separate cascades, stretching more than 1.7 miles, with an average height of about 197 to 269 feet. The falls are famous for their giant horseshoe shape and can reach a water flow rate of up to 452,000 cubic feet per second during peak flood times, which is more than 8 times the average flow of Niagara Falls. The sound in the waterfall area can reach up to 95 decibels, comparable to a train horn, and can be heard from more than 1.2 miles away. At certain times of the year, the mist combined with the sunlight creates a nearly permanent double rainbow. This location was chosen as the backdrop for many famous films, including Indiana Jones and The Mission. The Red Sea is an actively forming geological region, driven by the separation of the Arabian and African tectonic plates. This process allows for the observation of ocean floor spreading within a short geological time frame, a phenomenon rare globally. Extending for approximately 1,400 miles, it stands as one of Earth's longest and narrowest seas. Notably, it exhibits one of the highest salinities worldwide, significantly surpassing that of other open oceans. Its coral reefs possess a higher heat tolerance compared to average reefs, adapting to this unique environment. The sea also supports over 1,200 fish species, with approximately 10% being endemic to the region. The range is known as the Japanese Alps, a name given by Westerners inspired by its landscape resemblance to the European Alps. Some peaks within these mountains rise over 10,000 feet, often covered in snow for nearly half the year. The Japanese Alps provide a habitat for various rare species, including the Japanese black bear, snow monkeys, and the Japanese serow. Major rivers, such as the Shinano and Kiso, originate here, supplying vital water resources to numerous populated areas. Situated in an active tectonic zone, this region draws scientists who study its geology. During World War II, the Japanese Alps' rugged terrain was also utilized for military training due to its harsh conditions, similar to those found in European mountains. Giant, strangely shaped limestone formations rise dramatically from the sea, creating Capri's characteristic spectacular landscape. And these island rocks also possess unique light-reflecting properties, producing particularly magical effects during sunrise or sunset. The island once served as a favored retreat for Roman emperors, notably Emperor Tiberius in the 1st century CE, connecting it to a rich historical past. The name Capri originates from the Greek word kapros, meaning wild boar, reflecting the abundant wild animals that once inhabited the island. To preserve its tranquil atmosphere and reduce pollution, Capri remains one of the few locations in Italy that prohibits private cars during certain seasons. The island further distinguishes itself with an exclusive handcrafted perfume infused with the characteristic essence of its native herbs and flowers. Vang Vieng is surrounded by colossal limestone mountain ranges, which formed approximately 500 million years ago during the ancient Cambrian period. This geological system has sculpted numerous unique rock outcrops, magnificent caves, and sheer cliffs, holding significant geological and scenic value. Beyond these impressive geological structures, Vang Vieng also boasts a rich tropical vegetation, creating an ideal habitat for many rare indigenous bird species. Within this majestic natural setting, a popular activity is tubing, floating gently down the river on large inner tubes, offering a unique experience amidst the lush, mountainous landscape. Enhancing the region's connectivity, a modern high-speed railway linking from the capital city of Vientiane to Vang Vieng was completed in 2021, significantly reducing travel time. The Los Lagos region lies on the Pacific Ring of Fire, characterized by numerous volcanoes, both active and dormant, many of which exhibit pointed, nearly perfectly symmetrical conical peaks. This geological landscape is further complemented by dozens of natural lakes, both large and small, which collectively form a rich and diverse freshwater ecosystem. A temperate humid climate, combined with substantial rainfall, maintains dense forests that remain verdant year-round in Los Lagos, closely resembling tropical rainforests but thriving within a temperate zone. This unique environment serves as a habitat for numerous endemic plant and animal species, including birds and trees found exclusively in southern Chile. Additionally, Los Lagos preserves numerous ancient glacial traces, making it a significant research area for understanding climate change across historical periods. Trang An was recognized as Vietnam's first dual World Heritage Site in 2014, a globally rare designation featuring a river system that weaves through limestone caves over 250 million years old. Over 30 transwater caves here require visitors to use small boats to explore their full internal landscapes. These caves also serve as a habitat for rich biodiversity, including many rare fish species and wild plants characteristic of the limestone mountain region. Archaeological sites further confirm that this area was once home to ancient Vietnamese communities tens of thousands of years ago. Trang An's unique scenic beauty has attracted filmmakers, serving as a filming location for the Hollywood blockbuster Kong, Skull Island, released in 2017. Canaima National Park covers an area of approximately 30,000 square kilometers. Larger than Belgium or Haiti, it represents about 12% of Venezuela's landmass. The park's distinctive Tepui Mountains consist of Precambrian rock, some up to 2 billion years old, predating complex life on Earth. The isolated, flat-topped Tepui peaks create unique, island-like environments, fostering specialized ecosystems with many endemic plant and animal species. The park's rivers and streams exhibit a striking red or brown color, a hue from high tannin concentrations leached from decomposing leaves in the surrounding forests. Due to its rugged terrain and lack of road networks, most of the park is only accessible by plane or boat. A significant portion of this remote park is home to the indigenous Piemont people, whose legends are deeply intertwined with the Tepui landscape. Giethorn is a unique village with no car roads in its central area, where residents primarily travel by motorboat or silent whisper boat rowboats. This village features a canal system spanning more than 4 2/3 miles, interconnected by over 170 wooden bridges linking its residential areas. The water in Giethorn's canals is so clear and clean that one can easily see the bottom and the aquatic life inhabiting them. During winter, when the canal water freezes sufficiently thick, residents can utilize ice skating as their primary mode of transportation within the village. The name Giethorn originates from geitenhorn or goat horns, as early settlers once discovered many goat horns within this marshy region. The village was established in the 13th century by Anabaptists, a branch of Christianity distinct from mainstream society. Skellig Michael takes its name from the Gaelic Skellig Michael, meaning Michael's Rock, identifying it as a remote island off the coast. This isolated island served as a Christian monastic retreat for centuries, beginning in the 6th century, establishing one of Europe's oldest surviving communities. Monks painstakingly carved approximately 600 stone steps into the cliff face, leading to the ancient monastery built with remarkable dry stone techniques. This method involved precisely stacking stones by hand without mortar, allowing the structures to endure for over 1,400 years. Fiji, situated south of the equator, benefits from a consistently warm and sunny tropical climate throughout the entire year. This favorable tropical environment supports a distinctive geography encompassing over 330 islands, with approximately 110 of these islands being permanently inhabited. The diverse landscape across these numerous islands showcases lush, tropical rainforests, cascading waterfalls, expansive fertile plains, and ancient dormant volcanoes. Beyond the island shores, Fiji's extensive coral reef ecosystem stands recognized as one of the planet's most biodiverse marine regions. Culturally, traditional Fijian wedding ceremonies distinctively incorporate the ceremonial drinking of kava, a beverage prepared from the ground root of the pepper plant. Historically, Fiji gained full independence from Great Britain in 1970, yet English continues to serve as one of its principal official languages. Siargao's ecosystem integrates mangroves, lagoons, pristine beaches, and vibrant coral reefs, showcasing diverse underwater landscapes with healthy coral formations and colorful fish schools. The island hosts the largest mangrove system in Mindanao, which plays an essential role in safeguarding local biodiversity and the natural environment. Siargao is renowned globally for its natural tubular reef breaks, consistently attracting professional surfers from across the world. Annually, the island hosts international surfing competitions, drawing numerous athletes from various nations. Furthermore, Siargao has served as a model for disaster recovery, with its local community rebuilding sustainably following severe storms. Madeira rises from an extinct underwater volcano, its visible landmass forming only the peak of this massive geological structure. The island received its name, Madeira, meaning wood in Portuguese, because early explorers found it densely covered by forests. Amidst this unique terrain, the island features one of the world's most unusual airports, boasting a runway extending hundreds of feet over the ocean, supported by massive concrete pillars. The archipelago is also home to numerous native and endemic plant species, which are found nowhere else in the world. Historically, Madeira wine gained such renown that it was used to toast the United States Declaration of Independence in 1776. Khao Sok features an ancient evergreen rainforest estimated to be over 160 million years old, making it older than the Amazon rainforest. This region is also one of the rare places where the Rafflesia kerrii flower can be found, which is one of the world's largest flowers, measuring almost 3 feet in diameter. The fauna here is diverse, with over 300 bird species and hundreds of mammal, reptile, and insect species, many of which are endemic. The limestone mountain ranges in Khao Sok possess unusual shapes, frequently enveloped by mist, creating a scene reminiscent of a watercolor painting. This landscape of vertical limestone cliffs rising from the water is often likened to Thailand's Halong Bay on land. St. Petersburg was founded by Emperor Peter the Great in 1703, aiming to bring Russia closer to the West. The city has undergone 3 historical name changes, from St. Petersburg to Petrograd, then Leningrad, before returning to its original name of St. Petersburg. With a network of over 90 canals, St. Petersburg is known as the Venice of the North. The city also features over 300 bridges, many of which open to allow ships to pass through. St. Petersburg's characteristic white nights last nearly 2 months, with the sky remaining almost continuously light throughout June and July. Its subway system is considered Russia's deepest, with many stations located 200 feet or more below ground. Cape Town was the first European city founded in South Africa in 1652, originally serving as a crucial supply station for Dutch East India Company vessels. Its name, Cape Town, derives from the Cape of Good Hope, a significant point near Africa's southern tip where 2 major ocean currents converge. This unique geography positions Cape Town as one of the world's most ideal locations for activities such as surfing, diving, and mountaineering. The city's distinct environment allows for the rare experience of viewing snow-capped mountains and swimming in warm ocean waters on the same day during spring. Cape Town also exhibits exceptional linguistic diversity, with residents commonly using at least 3 of South Africa's 11 official languages daily. Furthermore, it stands as one of the pioneering locations in Africa to acknowledge same-sex marriage rights. Krakow once served as Poland's capital for approximately 500 years, preceding Warsaw's current status, establishing a deep historical foundation. It hosts one of Europe's oldest universities, founded in the 14th century, and boasts extensive ancient architecture that remains remarkably well preserved. The city experienced minimal destruction during World War II, which directly allowed much of its historic urban fabric to endure largely untouched. Krakow also marks the birthplace and upbringing of Pope John Paul II, recognized as one of the most influential figures in 20th century Christianity. This profound historical and cultural depth led UNESCO to designate Krakow as one of the very first World Cultural Heritage Sites in 1978. Seville once served as Europe's leading trade hub during the 16th and 17th centuries, controlling all commerce with the New World. Explorer Christopher Columbus is buried here, a legacy directly tied to this period of global exploration. Today, Seville is considered by many to be Europe's hottest city, with summer temperatures often reaching 113 degrees Fahrenheit. The city also experiences over 300 sunny days each year, providing ample light for local agriculture. Its distinctive architectural beauty has also made Seville a filming location for major productions, including Star Wars, Episode II, and Game of Thrones. Bern is built on a horseshoe bend of the Aare River, which creates unique views from every angle within the city. The city was completely burned down in 1405 and subsequently rebuilt with stone instead of wood. The 15th century astronomical clock, Zetglögg in Bern, remains operational to this day. Bern features a system of covered arcades nearly 4 miles long, making it one of Europe's longest covered shopping promenades. The city is named after a bear, or bear in German, and the bear itself serves as Bern's symbol, appearing on its coat of arms. The scientist Albert Einstein once lived and worked in Bern, where he completed his special theory of relativity in 1905. Lisbon holds the distinction as Europe's second oldest capital, with its rich history extending back over 3,000 years, surpassed only by Athens. Though largely devastated by the 1755 earthquake, the city was meticulously rebuilt to become a model for modern urban planning of its time. This resilient metropolis rests upon solid rock strata, a geological foundation that inherently helps protect it from sinking during tsunamis. Lisbon served as the starting point for celebrated explorers, including Vasco da Gama, who famously charted the first sea route to India. Reflecting this legacy, the Vasco da Gama Bridge stretches over 10.5 miles, once holding the title as Europe's longest bridge. The city also cherishes its unique fado music, a profound cultural expression recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage. The Aare River is the longest river flowing entirely within Switzerland, with a total length of approximately 179 miles. Originating from glaciers in the Alps, this river winds through mountains, plains, and urban areas before merging with the Rhine River. Lake Thun stands out with its characteristic turquoise blue color due to light refraction and natural minerals beneath its surface, and it was once completely frozen during record cold winters in the 19th century. The Aare Thun region historically served as an ancient trade route where sailboats were utilized to transport goods from the Middle Ages. Today, this area is also well known for its clear air, with fine dust and pollution levels extremely low compared to the European average. The Heard and McDonald Islands remain among a select few places globally that maintain a completely pristine state, while also featuring the active Big Ben volcano, a rare occurrence in the Antarctic region. This Big Ben volcano has erupted multiple times throughout the 20th and 21st centuries, with Mawson Peak on Heard Island reaching an elevation of approximately 9,000 feet, establishing it as Australia's highest peak. Over 41% of Heard Island's area remains covered by glaciers, creating a rare contrasting landscape of ice and an active volcanic crater immediately alongside it. These glaciers, however, are rapidly melting due to climate change, while the surrounding marine waters teem with rich biodiversity, serving as a crucial breeding ground for numerous fish and plankton species. Macquarie Island is the only place on the planet where rocks from Earth's mantle are elevated directly at sea level, a geological event believed to have occurred as the island emerged from the ocean floor approximately 600,000 to 700,000 years ago. Its geographical position sits directly on the boundary between two continental tectonic plates, which frequently leads to mild earthquakes in the area. Despite these geological activities, Macquarie Island is a crucial destination for marine ecosystems, with over 3.5 million seabirds from 13 different species nesting here annually. Among these, 4 distinct species of penguins choose the island as a breeding ground, including the emperor penguin, an iconic species of the Antarctic region. Macquarie Island currently has no permanent human inhabitants, with only temporary researchers residing at its scientific station to carry out scientific work. Bryce Canyon National Park is one of the most bizarre and unusual natural wonders in the United States. What's special is that it's not truly a canyon, but is famous for its bizarre, natural rock formations called hoodoos. These are tall, slender rock columns standing close together like a fossilized army on the plateau. Bryce Canyon has the highest density of hoodoos in the world, formed over millions of years of frost weathering, creating colorful columns over 150 feet high. Although it is a high-altitude desert region, in winter snow can fall to more than 3 feet deep, covering the red rock forest and creating a strange landscape, a snow desert. On the same day, temperatures can swing wildly from 86 degrees Fahrenheit at midday to below freezing at night, and this extreme difference is what cracks and fractures the rock, creating the strange shapes. Furthermore, due to the uneven and sound-absorbing terrain, if you speak loudly at certain spots, you hear no echo, giving the feeling that the space is swallowing the sound. The Austrian Alps are not just a mountain range, but a sacred region that covers over 60% of Austria's total territory. This range is globally known for its long-standing skiing tradition and world-class ski resorts. Interestingly, most of the mountains here are formed from Jurassic limestone, dating back nearly 200 million years, and originating from the ancient ocean floor. Furthermore, due to the movement of the European and African tectonic plates, some parts of this range are still growing taller by a few millimeters each year. However, the Alps are also where glaciers are retreating, losing an average of several feet of ice every year, a clear sign of climate change in Europe. Because of complex wind conditions and extreme altitude changes, certain airspace areas within the Alps are permanently closed to all flight. Sadly, the avalanche fatality rate here is among the highest in Europe, with dozens of people dying each winter in the dangerous high mountain zones. Niagara Falls formed approximately 12,000 years ago, following the last ice age, and today discharges over 740,000 gallons of water every second. This enormous volume of water is enough to fill an Olympic-sized swimming pool in less than 1 second, and its immense force continuously erodes the underlying rock. Consequently, the falls recede upstream by several inches each year due to this erosion, while the rushing water creates a powerful sound. The noise from Niagara Falls can reach up to 90 decibels, which is nearly equivalent to the sound of a jet aircraft taking off. This powerful flow also makes the falls a crucial source of hydroelectric power for both Canada and the United States, despite a rare instance in 1848 when the water flow temporarily ceased due to a partial freeze. Victoria Falls is a famous waterfall located on the border between the two African nations of Zambia and Zimbabwe on the Zambezi River. It is one of the largest and most impressive natural waterfalls in the world, notable for the colossal size of its water curtain. It is over 1,700 meters wide and about 100 meters high. During the high water season, the volume of water plunging over the falls can exceed 132 million gallons per minute. The area around the falls has a special ecosystem. The constant mist supports a small rainforest right next to the falls, which is rare for other large waterfall regions. The bedrock beneath the falls is mostly ancient basalt rock, about 180 million years old, which helps the falls maintain their immense structure. Victoria Falls has been recognized by UNESCO as a World Natural Heritage Site and is considered one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. Cappadocia is not a small city, but a vast historical and geographical region located in central Anatolia, Turkey. The name Cappadocia has its roots in the ancient Persian language, with the old name Katpatuka recorded in documents from the Achaemenid Empire. The region was once a volcanic land, when surrounding volcanoes erupted ash and lava, creating soft, volcanic tuff layers that over millions of years of wind and water erosion formed the current bizarre landscape. Astonishingly, about 36 underground cities have been discovered in Cappadocia. Some, like Derinkuyu, can be as deep as 8 levels, about 200 feet, capable of sheltering thousands of people. These underground cities feature sophisticated systems of ventilation shafts, doors, and insulated walls engineered to maintain temperature balance and allow inhabitants to breathe. Cappadocia was the home of 3 very famous Christian theologians who made major contributions to early Christian theology. The rock colors in Cappadocia also change depending on the time and light, with hues ranging from pale orange, light pink, to yellow or gray, creating a magical effect during sunrise or sunset. Phong Nha Ke Bang National Park is located in Quang Binh Province in central Vietnam and is one of the oldest and largest limestone regions on the planet. The area was formed more than 400 million years ago, belonging to the Devonian period, making it one of the oldest surviving geological regions in Asia. Uniquely, this is one of the few places where the karst landscape has developed in three main layers: the ground surface level, the intermediate level, and the underground river level. Beneath the limestone mountains is a complex network of underground rivers stretching over 62 miles, much of which has yet to be fully surveyed, creating Vietnam's longest subterranean river system. The region has an extremely complex stratigraphical structure affected by major geological faults, resulting in stacked rock layers at unique inclined angles. High rainfall, combined with the tropical humid climate, dramatically increases the rate of limestone weathering, faster than in many other places globally. Due to the hollowing process within the mountains, the density of natural sinkholes is high on the surface, with some holes being hundreds of feet wide and tens of feet deep, making the terrain here extremely dangerous and difficult to access. Lençóis Maranhenses is located in Maranhão State in northeast Brazil, distinguished by its appearance as a vast desert of pristine white sand dunes. The name Lençóis means bedsheets in Portuguese, because when viewed from above, the white sand dunes look exactly like bedsheets spread out. The marvel is that this is not a barren desert, but a very rare type of watery desert, receiving relatively high annual rainfall. When the rainy season arrives, the valleys between the dunes fill up with crystal-clear freshwater lakes, as rainwater is absorbed and retained. These lakes can reach depths of about 10 feet and have pleasant water temperatures, ranging from roughly 81.5 to 89.6 degrees Fahrenheit. The dunes here stand about 131 feet high, and their shape is constantly changing due to wind and weather conditions. However, during the dry season, these lakes gradually evaporate, sometimes receding about 3 feet per month until they disappear completely. Tumpak Sewu waterfall is located on the boundary between Lumajang and Malang districts in East Java, Indonesia. The name Tumpak Sewu roughly translates from Javanese to mean 1,000 waterfalls, because when viewed from a distance, it looks as if countless streams are pouring down simultaneously. The waterfall is about 390 feet high, which is comparable to a 40-story skyscraper, making anyone standing at its base feel tiny amidst the grand nature. Instead of just one main flow, this cascade is a convergence of over 100 tiny streams pouring down from the cliffs all around, creating that stunning 1,000 waterfalls effect. The waterfall's primary water source comes from an active volcano, giving the flow a stable characteristic all year long, which is rare for seasonal waterfalls. However, the water volume can change dramatically within just a few hours because it depends on mountain fog, forest rain, and snowmelt, keeping the waterfall scenery constantly dynamic. Getting to the base of the waterfall is not for the faint of heart, requiring visitors to navigate slippery cliffs, small bamboo bridges, and wade through wet, muddy streams. Tianmen Mountain stands about 4,982 feet above sea level, located within the Tianmen National Forest Park. Thanks to its high elevation, steep terrain, and frequent fog cover, the mountain is nicknamed the closest place to heaven in China, often feeling like you are lost in a sea of clouds. The forest park covers an area of about 37 square miles and is a key tourist area, ranked as 5A, the highest level in China's tourism rating system. The mountain was famously chosen as the stage for an aerobatic pilot to fly a plane straight through the gigantic Heaven's Gate Arch in 1999, an event that shocked the globe and went down in the history of adventure aviation. Tianmen is famous for its cliffside walk along the vertical limestone wall, which is less than 3 feet wide and features only a low, knee-high chain as a guardrail, giving visitors a chilling view straight down into the abyss. Miraculously, some large, tall trees still grow precariously out of the near-vertical cliff face, their roots clinging to rock crevices with no soil or flat ground. There are times when the fog is so dense that walkers cannot see 10 feet ahead, which can easily cause a sense of disorientation and panic. Mont Saint-Michel is an impressive small rocky island, which is actually a peninsula at many times, located at the mouth of the bay between the two regions of Normandy and Brittany in northwestern France. On top of this rock stands an ancient abbey, creating the striking image of a venerable castle in the middle of the sea. The rock itself was originally called Mont Tombe in documents from the 9th and 10th centuries. Legend has it that in the year 708, a bishop named Aubert d'Avranches saw Saint Michael appear to him in a dream 3 times, which led him to build a sanctuary on the rock. The surrounding bay is famous for having the largest tidal range in mainland Europe, which means the rock can temporarily become an island when the tide rushes in. Due to its strategic location, Mont Saint-Michel was not only a major religious and pilgrimage center during the Middle Ages, but also an important defensive point built up with many ramparts and walls over different periods. The entire site and its surrounding bay have been a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1979. Petra, originally called Rakhmou, is a famous ancient city and archaeological site located in southern Jordan, nestled within the semi-desert mountains. The site is globally renowned for its rock-cut architecture, meaning the Nabateans directly carved and sculpted structures like temples, tombs, and facades into the surrounding sandstone cliffs. Petra was voted one of the 7 new wonders of the world and is recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. Beyond its unique architecture, the city is famous for its very sophisticated water management system, including reservoirs and channels for rainwater which allowed residents to thrive in an arid environment. The most famous structure, Al-Kazner, the so-called treasury, is actually not a vault for gold, but is believed to be a mausoleum for Nabatean royalty or high officials. Remarkably, it is estimated that about 85% of Petra's area still lies underground or buried in sand and has not been fully excavated. A massive earthquake in 363 AD severely damaged many of Petra's structures, causing the city to decline in importance and its residents to leave.